So we've gone about a mile, not that far, maybe 3/4 of a mile on the excuse me, on the private gravel easement road. This is not a public road. This is for property owners and their guests only. So if you're concerned about privacy and security, private road can be a pretty good way to go. We'll be coming up on the property on the left side of the road. So we kind of went through that timber, and then it opened up a little bit, and the property begins on the left. Oops. You can see a stake there. That'd be basically the west boundary. There's a T-post or stake or whatnot about 30 feet back from the road. There's a cleared spot right there where we could pull in if we wanted. I'm going to go a little further so that you can see some of the road frontage. The sun's about to go down, so I picked a bad time to come out and do this, but I was in the area. Okay. So it seems to me there was a kind of a driveway. There it is. We'll pull down that in a minute. But if we go up just a little further, you'll see a brush pile, and in front of that another T-post. So that's going to be the east line. And let's back up and pull down that driveway. This isn't my normal truck, so I'm not really used to it. It's got a lot more power than my normal truck, and I've been spinning the tires everywhere I go. But my friend had a car accident, and I had to lend her my truck, and so I've got one of our work trucks. Okay. So I'm just pulling right back down in here. And you can already start to see that view, which is spectacular. Wow. I'll just park it right here, actually. You can see for miles to the south. It is gorgeous. The sun is setting off to the west, which might mess up our photos. I did get a chance to see a sunset out here once, and it was spectacular. When that sun sets to the west over those ridges, gorgeous hues of purple and pink, and just beautiful. But now here's an area, I don't know, we're probably back 100, 150 feet from the road, but it's totally private because we have this great line of trees here. So if you wanted to build something close to the road but still be super private, I mean, this is a great spot right here. I don't think this video is going to turn out, but I'm going to take it anyway. It slopes down as we continue going south. And you get into more hardwood trees. We're up here, we've got cedars and a few oaks. But it looks like as we go south, we're going to get into more larger trees. This property goes all the way down to the south, to the bottom of the valley. And then it goes part way back up the other side. So some of those trees you see on that ridge in the distance are actually on the property. It doesn't go to the top of the ridge, I don't believe. Now, I haven't walked any farther than this on this property, but we sold one directly next to it, and I walked down to the ravine. And it's really cool. It gets steep at the bottom, but there are some awesome rock formations. There was a little bit of running water. I would not call it a year-round creek, but there was some running water down there, and just really cool rock overhangs. So I'm sure you'll see the same thing on this property. Peaceful, peaceful area. We're just a couple miles out of Mansfield, which is a handy town. It's got some stores and gas stations and restaurants. If you go, that's to the east. If you go to the west, you'll get to Seymour in a few miles, which is a small town, but it does have some stores and a hardware store and all that stuff. And then if you keep going east, past Seymour for about 30 miles, you get to Springfield, which is the largest town in southern Missouri, southwest Missouri for sure, but probably all of southern Missouri. So we're just a short drive from Springfield, but we are private and peaceful out here. If you wanted a nice level spot to create a big yard, you'd probably get someone with a piece of equipment in here to level some stuff out. But the big thing to me is this view. I mean, you just don't find a view like that. We were lucky enough to buy a large property out here, and we were able to split it so that several of the pieces had a view like this, and they sold immediately. We lease properties sometimes, and I believe this one was leased out, and we just got it back, and we've decided to put it on the market rather than lease it again. So here's a great chance to get a really special property in an awesome location.